Hello. Hi. Hello. Welcome. 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 Welcome to another video by me, Divi. Hey. One for you. It's good to see you. Hi. So, today I have some soft spoken for you, as you can probably tell by now. It feels a little weird, the intro right now, because I want this video to feel a little different than my usual videos. Like, not much, but like just a little bit, because even though this is gonna be a ramble video, I have a certain intention behind it. I have a plan for this video. At least I have an idea of what I would like it to be in the end. And I'm gonna explain that, don't worry. But first, before anyone gets confused, yes, this is a wig, a new wig. So I guess I'm collecting wigs now. Let me know how you like it. I like it. Do you like it? Anyways, hi. It's good to see you. So, my idea behind this video today is a very specific one, so I don't know if there's gonna be any edits. Unless it's gonna be very loud, I'm gonna try to not edit anything, actually. Unless something falls off the table, it makes like a really loud noise. I'm gonna try to leave everything as it is. Because, I thought of something, and that is that, whenever I'm like at a sleepover or something, like with my best friend, it's always the same, like the same thing happens every time. Because, like, I don't know, maybe it's not normal, but I think it's normal that when you like go to bed at a sleepover, you keep on chatting for a little bit, right? You just keep on talking about, this and that. And every time, at some point, I start an enormous monologue about something that I find interesting, and the other person falls asleep. And I'm not even mad about it, because like I'm not having a proper conversation. Like, I'm just talking to myself. And I thought we could try if this works with you as well, virtually in a video. So, maybe if you feel like you could fall asleep to somebody talking about something super irrelevant, maybe this video is for you. So, I put some soothing sounds in the background. Well, I think I think they're soothing. They're soothing for me. And I'm just gonna, start talking like I would if you were a person. Because right now you're a camera. I'm sorry to say that. But if this works, then that's great. And if it doesn't, I think it was a worthy experiment, so. Okay, so, how people say that there's nothing more irrelevant to talk about than the weather. Like, how's the weather today? Small talk at its finest. Actually, I love weather. I may be a little weird. It's not to the point that I, ever actually considered to, study. I hope it's the same name in English. If it's not, I'm gonna fail miserably here. No, in German it's Meteorologie. Meteorology? I don't know. Okay, let's just pretend that was right. But I could see myself doing that because I actually love weather. Weather is affecting my mood in a really big way. Not in a way that I think it would affect most people. For example, I love more extreme weathers, weather phenomenons. Let's say there's a huge thunderstorm going on outside. There's people that find it interesting. There's people that maybe are afraid of thunder and lightning, which is totally fine, by the way. If you're afraid of that, I don't think there's something wrong with that. Then there's people that find it kind of relaxing if it's not too much, And then there's me when it's extreme, right? When there's really loud thunder, insanely big lightning strikes that light up the whole sky, or that occur every second or something. There's nothing more relaxing to me. Extreme weather is so fascinating to me. It gives me a feeling of, I don't know, it calms me down in such a strong way. I can't even really describe it. It's the same, for example, when in the mornings in early winter, when you go outside in some parts of Germany, there can be really thick fog, so you can barely even see further than, I don't know, 10 meters. And the feeling when you go outside and there's nobody there, and the street lights are on because it's dark, right? But you don't really see far because of the fog. That is one of my favorite times of the year. Just because of that, just because I love the feeling of, you know, I don't know, probably, maybe this word is wrong. I'm gonna have to look it up later, like after the video, and see if my brain is right about my vocabulary. A feeling of serenity. I don't know if that's correct, but if it is, then that's probably the closest to the feeling that I get. Like, no, it's just so calm. I can't really describe it. And there's like a lot of weather scenarios that I feel that way. Like, it's not just one specific thing or two. There's like almost with every weather, there's like a certain condition that gives me that feeling. There's one when it's like sunny and, you know, in the evening of a summer day, when like there's a breeze going and like rustling through the leaves of the trees, and the sun is like, it's not like a really hot day, but more of like a warm day, and like with the breeze, it's really, really comfy, and it just feels good, and you look around and everything is like in this beautiful lighting of this evening, well, not evening, more like afternoon summer sun light. Like, I don't know, it's so hard to describe. Or when in winter and there's been like snow falling. Like, there's actually two for winter too. So the first is when it's been snowing a lot and there's like a fresh thick layer of snow and everything, like a huge blanket, like a huge fluffy cozy blanket that's just like put on everything. It just covers everything, you know, like the trees, the ground, the roofs of the houses. And like when this is the case, and it has been snowing just like not too long ago, I feel like there's a certain feeling of freshness in the air. It might not make sense, but but to me it does. It's okay if you can't relate. And it's like the air feels so clean and fresh that it feels like you can hear the snowflakes, which you cannot because they're not falling. And then you're like walking through a forest, and like sometimes there will be like a squirrel or something that is like running up a tree, and it will like accidentally touch a branch, and like all the snow is like falling down, and it makes like this soft noise when it touches the ground because there's so much snow. So it's like everything is like very muffled but also very clear in sound. I don't know why I'm so specific, but I am. it's like a super specific, and I don't know where that's coming from, but it always has been that way. Like, I can't remember a time when certain weather conditions did not have that effect on me. I don't know. Another thing that I really love is when you're in winter and you're like, I think everybody loves that, right? So when you're inside and it's like cozy inside, maybe you have a fireplace or you're just snuggled up in a blanket on your couch and you make yourself a tea or hot chocolate and there's like a blizzard going outside. You know, like, it doesn't have to be like the strongest, most dangerous thing, but like loud enough so you can like hear the howling of the wind. And when like the snow is like starting to frame the window because, you know, because of the wind, and then it's like getting caught up in like the edges, and it's like, you know, not just piling up, but like, I don't know, I don't know how to describe it. My English is not good enough. But like this sound of like the howling wind, but at the same time, it's so cozy where you're at. Like the combination of those two is like really comfy. I actually remember that like a family that are friends, that my family, a family that my family's friends with, they have like a farm. Is there a different name for that? A ranch? Something smaller, I don't know how to call it. So they have, you know, they have a bunch of animals, like a couple horses, a couple cows, a couple chicken, goats, pigs, ducks, dogs, cats, you know, like old MacDonald. So my best friend and I, we went there during winter because we were like on holiday from like school, and our families thought it would be better if we went there instead of, you know, just hanging around at home doing nothing productive. So they basically sent us there, and it was so comfy because like one night, or like it was almost an entire day, we couldn't go outside because like there was a kind of a blizzard going on, and there was so much snow that the next day we could barely open the door because it was like the snow was like a meter height, which is like, you know, like hip height. And they had like this beautiful fireplace, and we were sitting inside. Their couch was like placed directly under the window. It was not just like a normal couch. It was like these rustic farmhouse kind of, you know, benches with like is it padding, you know, just like comfy bench with like soft cushions and stuff. And like this way we could like snuggle up in a blanket, and like the fireplace was on the other side of the room, and it was like crackling, making all these amazing relaxing noises. And I remember that we made some apple crumble, and so we were like eating apple crumble and like drinking hot chocolate, and we were just like looking outside while like the snow was getting higher and higher, and it was just so good. Yeah, so like that a little bit. Afterwards, when like when it calmed down a little, my friend and I, we went outside for a walk, but it was so exhausting walking through that high snow, because it wasn't actually walking, it was more like, you know, plowing through with your entire body. But it was really fun. But yeah, we couldn't go too far because there was still like a blizzard warning or something going on, so we couldn't move too far, but we like went for a little bit. And then we went back and drank another hot chocolate. You know, and it's just, it's not really that I have these feelings about, you know, you could probably argue that I feel this like certain calm, you know, like that I am enjoying these weather scenarios because of memories like these, right? But that's not the case. It's actually more like that these weather phenomenons add to the memories. It's not like it has always, you know, there's so much more. There's honestly, for every location, for every temperature, you know, time of the year, I have like a very, very specific description of my ideal weather. Just gonna call it weather, you know. But yeah, I don't know. I really can't say much more, but it makes me happy. When it occurs, I'm happy. And there's nothing I can do about it, and I don't want to. So it's okay. It's good actually. So, you know, I wonder if anyone else is like as specific, because like I'm so specific about these types of weather conditions that they only occur a few times a year, if at all. So like I'm even more happy when they happen. Yeah. And actually the best way for me to experience them is like to go for a walk at odd hours, you know, like early in the morning. But because I can only film videos in the middle of the night, I'm usually sleeping then, so maybe when the sun is rising a little later, maybe then I can catch another one of these. Okay, so in case you're still awake, I think I failed. In case you're not, then you can't hear me right now. So I'm just gonna talk to you in case you're still awake. I'm sorry that I failed you. If you maybe were close to falling asleep, let me know. I can do a longer video like this. Maybe I was just too enthusiastic about this as well. Maybe I need to pick a subject where I'm like more, where my voice is a little more monotone. How do you say that in English? I don't know. So usually I would, you know, now experiment with words, try to find out how it's said correctly, but then I might have to edit something, and I'm really gonna try to leave the video as it is. You know, just to get the right feeling across that I wanted to create. If you're still awake, let me know. Maybe you can still like tell if I was able to create that. Maybe I have to talk a bit slower. I don't know if I talk slower when I'm like talking to my friend. I'm not really sure. I might have to ask her. Do you have a friend like that? That can, like, just talk you to sleep? I don't know if I have. I can never sleep when somebody's talking. Like, I cannot sleep with the TV on. It just doesn't work for me. Not at all. Sometimes. Well, that's actually not true. There's like a podcast episode that I sometimes listen to because it has the right amount of interesting to keep my head quiet, when my head's like overthinking everything again, and at the same time it's like boring enough that I can fall asleep. It's like it's not even meant in a bad way, and I'm not gonna name the podcast or it's German, so you won't know it anyways, but I'm not gonna say it. But yeah, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. But they got like probably about 50 views from me now. Just because it helps me fall asleep. Anyways, let me know what you think of this video. If you're still awake, I'm really sorry it didn't help you fall asleep. Yeah. I hope you can find a video that helps you fall asleep. And if you have suggestions on maybe how to make this work for you, like change of, maybe I have to sound more bored or more talk about something less interesting. I don't know whether it's like interesting for anybody, it's for me, so yeah, just let me know. You know what I'm trying to say, right? So, sleep well. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you can find something that puts you to sleep. Take care. Stay safe. And I will see you in the next video.